We get up early, pack our bikes, and hit the road. Today's destination is Protrero Campground that is a few miles north of Tecate, where we plan on crossing the border into Mexico. According to Google, it's about a 45-mile ride, and we're going from sea level to just over 2,400 feet. As we leave Little Italy, we cycle towards the harbor and past the Maritime Museum of San Diego, the USS Midway Museum, some beautiful murals, and the U.S. Naval Station. We eventually pick up the bike path at the mouth of the Sweetwater River that will navigate us to the outskirts of San Diego. Unfortunately though, we don't quite make it out of town before having some bike issues. After working on the bikes, we continue our ride, leaving San Diego in our rearview mirrors. The 4-lane road leading out of the suburbs turns into 2 lanes as we cycle around the lower Otay Lake and into the hills. Our ride to our campground takes us longer than we expected, and we finally arrive in the dark. Being totally exhausted, we find the hiker-biker sites and set up our tent. Too tired to cook, we eat our cold leftovers from lunch and hit the sack. It's been a very long day, but we're excited because tomorrow we cross into Mexico. Here we are at the Mexican border at Tecate. Right there, we'll be over there in a few minutes hopefully. Until then, yeah, hang tight, we'll be right back with you, okay? We're in Mexico now. We're in Tecate. Very straightforward getting across the border. We're headed that way. Yeah, it cost us, I think, $30 each for the visa, long-term visa. Went through customs, nothing to declare. And we got a welcome to Mexico, and we're very excited. So let's get down the road, huh? We got a long way to go today. So we stopped at not too very far outside of Tecate for today. Didn't go very far, about 14 miles total, short day. But yeah, it's been a long day. We stopped at this really nice campground, and we are the only ones here. There's 10 swimming pools. In fact, there's one right here. And yeah, right now Petra's taking a shower, then I'm gonna go take a shower, then we're gonna come back, finish setting up camp. We're gonna do also, since we're in a nice spot and it's an early day, we've got to repair our tent poles. The shock cord or bungee inside is worn out, it's bad. And we contacted Hilleberg and they sent us some new shock cords. So we're gonna go ahead and replace that before we set up the tent, before we break a pole, because they do like to come apart. And yeah, we'll be showing you that on the video here as well too, so stick around and should be a good time. Hey there. So this is going to be an instructional video or a how-to to replace the shock cord or the bungee inside of your tent pole from Hilleberg. All right, so we went ahead and did all 3 of our poles. You just saw us do one. Took us honestly less than 5 minutes to do all of the poles. Of course, the old shock cord is just crap. We're gonna throw that in the garbage. All of our poles are holding together nicely. We're gonna finish setting up tent for the night, and then I'm drinking a local Tecate beer, cerveza, celebrating our border crossing today. Morning. First morning of our, I guess, second day in Mexico. Uneventful evening, loud, a lot of traffic, a lot of dogs barking, but otherwise good to go. And yeah, we packed up this morning, and right outside was a lady selling breakfast burritos with her son. We grabbed a few of those. 4 burritos, eggs and cheese was under 80 pesos. And we come up the road a little bit further and we're getting coffee at the OXXO. And a shout out to my buddy James Taylor over in England, because when watching his videos, that's all he talks about. It's like that's all the guy drinks is this coffee from this place. So this is to you, James. We're having our coffee this morning. I'll let you know what it's like. Osho coffee.
Mine's too hot, I can't drink it.
Yep, it's coffee. Teacher's over there across the street getting some street food for us, some breakfast. We stopped at the Osho, the Hugs and Kisses store, for some coffee, and then across the street looks like the guy's got some food set up, so she's over there haggling. Her Spanish is getting really good.
I have 2 with potato and chorizo,
Uh-huh.
and
Ooh,
2 with potato and ham.
nice. After spending 3 days of cycling through Mexico's hilly wine country, we find ourselves back on the Pacific coast as we roll into the town of Ensenada. Our plan is to stay a couple nights, and since there's no campground in town, we find a room at this quaint little place called the Mission Motel, which we will call home for the next few days. If you liked our video, please consider supporting our channel by rolling over that like button, subscribing, hitting the notification bell, and as always, feel free to share our videos. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.